Is North County, San Diego worth the price? One of the reasons why may shock you. Let's say it out loud. Carlsbad, Encinitas, and Oceanside have a median sales price of $900,000 to $2.4 million for a single family home. And if you're coming from any other area in the country, those prices may stop you cold. So today, I want to answer those questions with real data, actual comparisons, and discuss it with you like I would any relocation buyer that I work with here in North County. Because here's what I know after selling real estate here in San Diego for years. The people that buy here hardly ever regret it. The problem is, people that don't quite understand what they're buying think they overpaid. The difference is knowing exactly what that price is buying you and what it isn't. I'm Megan Myhouse with Pacific Sotheby's. Let's get into it. So let's talk about what you're actually buying here in San Diego. You're buying climate. San Diego literally has the best weather in the entire country, and it's scientifically based. A scientist developed the Camelot Climate Index. That report took into account how many days of sun, how many days of rain, how cold it got, how hot it got, among several other factors. And not only that, but the website How Things Work actually rated San Diego number 2 in the entire world. And guess which place beat us out? The Canary Islands in Spain. So San Diego has the second best weather on the planet, and there's definitely value in that. So we have over 263 sunny days here. Average temperature, 70 degrees. And for those of you on the East Coast during the winter, I'm sorry to say, but our temperatures hardly ever go under 50. And us locals here, we freeze at that temperature. And keep in mind, you're not just buying that summer weather. You're buying that weather in October, once all the crowds have gone home and kids have gone back to school, and you can go to the beach and it's probably some of the best weather and one of my favorite times of year. And you're also buying it in the middle of February when you have a streak of 70-degree days and clear blue skies and no May gray. Beach access. Yes, beach access here in San Diego. I'm not talking about an hour drive. I'm talking about you can get to the beach in about 10 minutes. Maybe some inland areas a little bit longer, but you are very close. Close enough for your kids to be spending time at the beach. Close enough to be going down on a Sunday afternoon, even if it's for an hour, to read your book under an umbrella and enjoy the ocean breezes. You have year-round swimming, surfing, sandcastle making. The climate and the beach access here are unmatched. And don't forget the opportunity to watch daily sunsets. One of my very favorite activities, whether it's doing it from our backyard or down at the beach. And the psychological and mental well-being that goes with living by the beach and spending time looking at the water with your toes in the sand is priceless. San Diego has one of the strongest biotech and life science clusters in the whole country. In fact, Sereno Valley and Torrey Pines are major hubs for these industries. And both of those areas are way less than an hour, even with traffic, from Carlsbad, Oceanside, and Encinitas. We also have a strong defense and military contractor presence here, especially given all of the military at Camp Pendleton, at Miramar, and lots of other areas, including Coronado down just south of San Diego City. Don't forget the fastly growing tech sector here in San Diego that is booming. So you are definitely not sacrificing career aspirations in order to live here. Lastly, infrastructure and livability. Newer suburban areas in North County, San Diego have well-maintained roads, infrastructure. They also have vibrant dining and shopping scenes. All of these cities have great parks and great government infrastructure and functioning city services. You are definitely not making a lifestyle sacrifice in order to live on the coast. And when we're talking, is North County worth the price? We need to determine what we're comparing it to. Let's talk about LA. Prices in comparable areas of Los Angeles are still higher than they are here in North County. And if we're comparing coastal cities, forget about it. North County is definitely a lot less expensive than Venice, than Santa Monica, than Marina del Rey, and areas of the South Bay. Plus, you have lower crime rates, significantly less traffic, better weather, and way better air conditions. North County, San Diego beats Los Angeles in almost every metric except for job density. And let's talk about North County, San Diego versus the Bay Area. Prices in the Bay Area are approximately 30% to 50% higher than coastal North County. San Diego is a comparable discount for people coming from Marin, downtown San Francisco, San Jose, and Palo Alto. That's why we're seeing so many people from the Bay Area make a move down to North County. Let's compare it to Phoenix, Denver, Nashville, and other large cities throughout the country. Yes, of course, you can get a much larger house for a much lower price. But what are you sacrificing? Ocean access, the best weather in the country, as well as sometimes the quality of the schools. The mentality of, I'm gonna move to Texas or Tennessee because it's cheaper, only works for people who genuinely don't care about those things. Let's talk about North County, San Diego versus other areas on the coast. Santa Barbara, Newport Beach, Laguna Beach, Dana Point, all significantly more expensive to live in a similar place on the coast. North County, San Diego is the most affordable version of coastal California living left here in the state. And Oceanside specifically is the last affordable coastal town in North County, with prices approximately $200,000 to $400,000 plus less than neighboring Carlsbad. And as you move down the coast closer to San Diego, the higher the prices get. In Oceanside, you're getting the coastal Southern California beach lifestyle at an affordable price point that may not last much longer. And let's talk about the investment angle. San Diego single-family homes have appreciated annually about 6 to 8% over the last 10 years. Coastal property specifically tends to hold its value better when we have corrections or a downturn in the market. The supply constraint is structural. We cannot build more coastline here. And California's regulatory laws in building near the coast are very strict. The combination of fixed supply and consistent demand is one of the strongest fundamental cases for good investments in all of United States residential real estate. Rent to price ratio. Current rents on a 3-bedroom house in Oceanside run from approximately $4,000 to $8,000 a month. And ownership on a $1.2 million coastal home here in Oceanside can be high based on the current rates. You are going to continue to gain equity based on the historical strength of the market here. Let's look at what happened when people bought in Carlsbad 15 to 20 years ago. The market was a little uncertain. They were taking a little bit of a risk, but if they look back then to now, they know they made the right decision. And that decision is happening right now for buying in Oceanside, that you're likely gonna see similar significant gains over time. When is it not worth living in North County, San Diego? If your job is firmly fixed in Los Angeles and you're driving up there 5 days a week, you are going to hate the drive after 6 months. So be honest with yourself if that actually is gonna work. If an outdoor lifestyle, beach access, and weather are genuinely not important for you, then you're likely overpaying to live here in North County, San Diego. And also, if you have a low budget, if your budget is $700,000 and you need a single family home with 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a yard, coastal San Diego probably won't work for you. You're likely going to be looking in Escondido or potentially even Riverside counties in areas like Temecula, Murrieta, or Menifee. Who North County is for? Remote workers, people who have to have that beach lifestyle, people moving from more expensive areas like Los Angeles and the Bay Area, and families who are genuinely going to use the beach and the outdoor lifestyle. And when it's not worth it, if you're commuting daily to North Orange County or Los Angeles County, if you're moving from out of state and haven't set the proper price expectations, and when it's not worth it, when you're commuting daily to North Orange County or Los Angeles, or when you are really looking at price per square foot and that's your main factor of where to buy, or if you're coming from a lower cost state, moving into North County and haven't set proper price expectations. If you want to see what your specific budget gets you here in Oceanside, what neighborhood, what type of house, how close to the beach, please reach out. I talk relocation buyers all the time to direct them to the proper area of Oceanside, Carlsbad, or Encinitas that works for their budget and lifestyle. In fact, go ahead and DM me at my phone number in the description, and I can send you all of the price breakdowns on cities here in North County. And if you really want to break down the numbers on what actually is going to work for you, that's about a 20-minute call. Please reach out. No pressure, no expectations, just straight information so you can make the best decision for you and your family. We also have a neighborhood comparison guide, and we'll send you all the information about what it's like to live in several different Oceanside neighborhoods, schools, restaurants, pace of life, all the things that you want to know before moving. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next one.